Hello students, myself, Assistant Professor Namrata Khilucha, Profile BPA College, Vapi. In the subject Human Resource Management, we are moving with the unit number 2, that is HRP, which stands for Human Resource Planning. We had already discussed in the last one session, that is objectives and meaning of HRP, then characteristics of HRP, and we are continue with the process of HRP. We had already discussed two steps of HRP process, that is environmental scanning and organizational objectives and policies. So let's move forward with the other techniques of demand forecasting. We had already discussed that for forecasting the demand of future personnel requirement in the organization, there are 6 popular methods can be utilized. Apart from these 6 methods, we had already discussed 4 methods, that is managerial judgment, ratio trend analysis, regression analysis, and work study techniques. So let's continue today's e-session with other 2 methods, that is Delphi techniques and flowchart model. The 5th one method for demand forecasting of personnel in the organization, that is Delphi. Named after the ancient Greek oracle at the city of Delphi, the Delphi technique is method of forecasting personnel needs. Here, personnel means human resources. It solicits or consists estimates of personnel needs from a group of expert, usually managers. The HRP expert act as intermediaries who summarize the various responses and report the finding back to the top level managers, that is expert. The experts are surveyed again after they received this feedback from the managers. Summaries and surveys are repeated until the expert opinion begin to agree regarding how many number of employees required in future. The agreement reached is the forecast of personnel need. Now, if we analyze this method, students, then we can see many similarities of Delphi technique with the management judgment. That is the first one method of demand forecasting we had already discussed. But what is the difference between management judgment and Delphi method? In management judgment, all managers, that is departmental head and line managers, together try to forecast the demand of human resources in the organization via using two approaches, that is bottom up and top down approach. Remember? Okay. Now here the interaction between the manager, that is what, face to face in the case of managerial judgment. Now what happened with the Delphi technique? Yes, here managers together are trying to forecast about personnel requirement in the organization. So the objective is same, but managers are not going to see each other. And that is what the distinguishing feature of the Delphi technique is, the absence of interaction among the expert and managers while forecasting human resources or personnel needs. So how they will be going to forecast? So generally with the Delphi technique, they used to give feedback email to each other. So generally email can be a tool for communication with each other. And reply and feedback will be continued till they will come to the agreement, that is the common number which accepted by every managers and expert. Till that the email process will continue. So that is what the difference between management judgment and Delphi technique. Now there are two limitations of this technique. First one, it is extremely time consuming, because as I told you, email process will be continued till the end forecasting figure, that is how many number of employees required, will be agreed by every members and experts. and hence not appropriate to apply when a speedy decision is demanded. Second one limitation, that is it is more complex technique. In short, it is not easy to adopt and implement in the organization. Moving with the next one technique of demand forecasting, that is the last one, sixth one, flow models. Flow models are very frequently associated with forecasting of personal needs. The simplest one is called the Markov model. This technique forecast will include 4 major steps, or you can say that criterias. So let's discuss this 4 criterias of Markov model of flow model. First one, determine the time. So the time that should be covered need to determine or specify here. Not only that, shorter the length of time are generally more accurate than longer one, because in longer time uncertainties take place. However, the time horizon depends on the length of HR plan, which in turn is determined by the strategic plan of the organization. So what will be the time? That is totally depend on the time horizon of HR plan. Second one, that is establish categories. So here different categories of the job title will be established as a planned under Markov model. And here the categories are called as states to which employees can be assigned. These categories must not overlap with each other and must take into account every possible category to which an employee or individual can be assigned. The number of states or categories can neither be too large nor be too small. Third one criteria that again need to plan, that is the annual movement count. It is also called as flow movement among the categories for several time periods. These movement or flow are defined as absorbing and non-absorbing. Here, absorbing means gain or losses to the company, and non-absorbing means changing in position level or employment status. Losses include death or disability of the employees, absenteeism of the employees, resignation or retirement of the employees. Gains include hiring or new recruitment, rehiring of the left employee, transfer and movement by promotion, that is called as position level, as in gains. Fourth one criteria under the Markov model, that is estimate the probability of transition from one category to the another category, especially in case of transfer and promotion. This transition time should be required. Demand is a function of replacing those who make a transition. तो जिनको ट्रांसफ़र किया है, ट्रांजिशन किया है, प्रमोशन दिया है, वहाँ पर अगेन उनकी प्लेस पर वैकेंसीज क्रिएट हो गए. अगेन द डिमांड फंक्शन रिप्लेस हियर. सो flow chart model given by the Markov includes 4 main criterias. First one time, second one category, third one flow, that is movement, and fourth one, that is probability of transition. Now here Markov analysis is advantageous because it makes sense to decide or decision makers. They can easily understand its underlying assumption based on 4 criteria as we had already discussed. They are therefore likely to accept the result. The disadvantage include 2 major problems. The first one, limitation of the Markov model, that is heavy reliance or dependence on past oriented data, which may not be accurate in the period of continuous turbulent changes. And second one limitation of the Markov model, that is accuracy in forecast about the personnel or individuals is sacrificed to achieve the accuracy across the group. Okay, so these are major two limitation of Markov analysis. So here all the 6 methods or techniques of demand forecasting is discussed. Now the next one step, that is what the fourth one step in the HRP process, that is HR supply forecast. So in the next one session we will continue with the step number 4, that is HR supply forecast and its variety of the techniques which are used for supply forecast for human resources. Till that, stay tuned. Thank you, students.